local, late-breaking. This is WRTV-6 News.
A hospital's mission is to cure the sick, but now former employees of Wishard Hospital's Krannert Institute claim the facility actually made them sick, and that's tonight's big story. Good evening. I'm Clyde Lee.
And I'm Willis. Well, the group has filed a class action lawsuit against Wishard, alleging that the hospital put employees at risk by exposing them to dangerous chemicals. Cullen Browder tonight spoke with some of those employees as well as their families, and Cullen joins us now with details.
Deanne, we're talking about former and current employees of the Krannert Institute of Cardiology, which is owned and operated by Wishard. So far, 10 people have joined this lawsuit. They say it's a case of sick building syndrome that caused them serious health problems, and they believe Wishard was negligent in letting it happen. Deborah Courtney, Michael Klug, and Erna Martin all worked at Krannert, and all say the building and toxins in their work environment left them sick.
I have nodules in my lungs, nodules in my liver, nodules in my adrenal glands.
I was on a career track to be a physician scientist and was one of the top students at the medical center, and this has really disrupted everything.
And slowly, within a few months' time, I started to go downhill. I started being sick a lot. I started missing work.
In fact, the class action suit claims that as a result of working at Krannert, plaintiffs and numerous other persons have experienced sick building syndrome, multiple chemical sensitivity, death, cancer, leukemia, chronic fatigue syndrome, and a myriad of other ailments. The plaintiffs say while working at Krannert, they often smelled harsh chemicals wafting through the air and discovered heavy molds growing in air vents. They enlisted Chicago attorney Ken Moll to handle the case.
This is a building where the occupants were using highly toxic chemicals. Hundreds of thousands of chemicals, either one of which could be highly toxic.
The lawsuit states, quote, as a result of the improper ventilation, thousands of persons present on the defendant's premises were exposed to excessively high concentrations of various chemical, biological, and fungal contaminants. Plus, the plaintiffs maintain they resorted to the lawsuit only after Wishard wouldn't listen.
They lied. They told us everything was all right. And that's not what we were saying, and that's not what we were getting results from.
Now, Wishard Hospital attorneys did not have a chance to review the claims, and they chose not to comment tonight. And since this is a class action suit, the plaintiffs are hoping more people who believe they are sick because of Krannert will come forward. Meanwhile, Krannert remains open as usual, although attorneys believe that the ventilation system has been improved.
A lot of people feeling symptoms, but one person might even have died, you mentioned.
Yes, the attorneys told us tonight that one person has died of leukemia they believe may be related, but in a case like this, it's really up to the plaintiffs to prove this in court, and that's a very difficult job.
Okay, thanks, Collen.